Welcome to Galactic Grandmother Heart to Heart. My name is April, and my special guests today are Nalinee Diosara and Michael Graham Macdougall. They are a great couple that I've been wanting to get on for a while. I have interviewed Nalinee in 2023, and it was a fantastic interview. She shared her personal spiritual journey about becoming a shamanic practitioner. So I will attach that video below this one. I encourage you to watch it. Nalinee is a conduit or channel for higher consciousness. She's a shamanic worker and teacher, and she is a great artist. I love her beautiful paintings, which she does something very unique. She includes spiritual codes in the artwork. And we have Michael, who makes shamanic shakers. Now, as a Native American, we call them rattles, but it's the same kind of thing that you use during your ceremonies. You also play didgeridoo, you play a native flute, and you perform and make the unique sounds during your cacao ceremonies, as well as Nalinee playing the drum. Together, they bring the wisdom of cacao, and with their shamanic knowledge and unique sounds, they activate a connection with nature and the spiritual world. So I'm very excited to have you with me today. Thank you so much for taking the time. I'm so happy that I got you both on this time.
Yeah, it's nice to be here.
I interviewed Nalinee in 2023.
Oh, 2 years ago
Oh,
already.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to attach that video underneath this one.
Yeah.
Speaking of cacao, you just recently made a post about how ancient and old cacao is. Can you talk about the history of cacao? It has been considered sacred for thousands
Yeah.
of years.
Mm.
So we have to keep this in mind that we are always learning and nothing is setting in stones regarding how old things are. Things
Yeah,
just
it just keeps coming out.
getting older
Yeah.
as things are being revealed and coming out. And I feel that the idea that the Mayan and the Aztec started or originated cacao ceremony was also just from the encounter of the European with the late Aztec and Mayan culture. But now a lot more evidence coming up that the dance, the relationship of cacao and humanity, the domestication of cacao actually predates the Mayan civilization. In the year 2019, they found an old residue of cacao in a vase that is dated 5,300 years old in Ecuador. And just last year, it came into our awareness of this sacred project in Peru, Huacamonte Grande, that they slowly open up a very feminine and sacred site that believed to belong to the Mayan culture that predates the Inca and a Nazca. And they found beautiful ceramic beads that made in cacao shape. They found the trace of cacao in the vase that also date almost 6,000 years old. We were very fortunate to have an ecologist that worked with this project to come online, and we did a donation onto the project in return.
Mm.
And she was telling us the story how that site used to be a rubbish dump
For the village.
for that town. And this Peruvian archaeologist, he went to that area and he just walked around and he said, no, this is not a rubbish dump. This is a waka, and a waka in their language is sacred site. And the more they open up gently. They open it up gently. They found a spiral stone that, if we look from the higher view, it looks like the whole temple ground is shaped of a woman. There's a head, there's a torso, and a spiral. It symbolizes the womb.
Womb, yeah.
Oh, I love
Amazing.
And it's the same story in other sacred sites. The stones are the combination of limestone that gather from the nearby Amazon River, and also combination of the stone that you found in the Incas in the mountains. So there's a lot of questions, but also a lot of excitement for the project, and also definitely very excited for us in the cacao healing community, just to know that cacao is still teaching us, still telling us her never-ending stories. And yeah, I felt that I just needed to make the post on my social media that the Mayan didn't originate cacao ceremony, because there's still a lot of, especially in Thailand, still there's copy and paste information from Google and just say that, oh, cacao ceremony originated by this and that. And I felt that it's just time to really speak it up a bit and really, hey, we are still learning here. Let's not conclude that. However, the important roles of the Mayans is carrying their tradition from the ancient to modern. And we're very fortunate to be able to sit with the Mayan elders online and also to learn about their ways.
Yeah, there's also the story, the Mayan story of how the Mayans actually found cacao was actually founded through the monkeys, and they observed the monkeys going to this tree and eating its fruit. And the monkeys that they would tell the other monkeys, and by them telling the other monkeys where the fruit is, they actually would shout the word cacao, cacao, cacao. So that's the story of how they found out where cacao was and what cacao is.
Oh, never heard that before. When you're doing your ceremonies, what kind of breakthroughs do you see some of the participants of the ceremony have? Is it a heart opening that they feel very often?
I knew it straight away that cacao is perfect, especially for people in the urban cities, because what cacao does is that she activates our spirit. And yes, she is a heart medicine by science and by spiritual side. So what we observe is that people in the city tends to have a very strong shell, strong so-called different layers of persona. But when cacao warms them up, and also when they agree to welcome cacao into their body, the certain resistance and certain shell kind of peel off.
Breaks away.
They feel safe to be in that space and just to open up to their feelings. And this is when we begin to be able to work together, when they become a bit more honest with how they feel. And that's when the sound comes in as well, to stimulate and to invoke whatever spirits, whatever energies in there that needs to be coming up and move
Or release.
and release. Yeah.
Sound is so activating for your energetic body. So I can see how that would be a perfect complement to the whole ceremony.
And also with the cacao that we use a mixture in our ceremonies where we use heirloom cacao from Guatemala or from Peru or Ecuador. And then we also mix it with a Thai cacao, where we found a farm here in Thailand, which is a really small farm. And it's all completely organic on top of a mountain. They don't produce a lot of cacao, which is, for us, that's great, because we know it's all grown naturally and not forced with GMO or anything like that. So we found the energies of the different cacao. The cacao in Thailand's energy is very much like a big sister energy, and then the energies from the heirloom cacao is more of like grandmother energy.
Oh.
So when we combine the two, it gets this type of energy that's definitely welcoming, warm, nurturing, almost like midwife energy sort of
and
thing.
A tough mother love as well.
Tough mother love.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're very fortunate for Thailand to be able to grow cacao.
Yeah,
Thai cacao is very new compared to cacao that's originated in the Amazon and grown in Mesoamerica. Thai cacao just arrived here over 100 years ago, but now I was able to talk to different cacao farmers, not all, but it seems like because of the extreme climate we are facing, the purer strand of cacao having difficulty of giving fruits. So some cacao farmers, they go for more hybrid, they go for more modified bean. And that is really concerning, because I feel that it is very important for people to really understand and perhaps experience the true energy of cacao, for the more hibernized and more modified being, the energy is hardly there. And it's not soil or eco-friendly either.
Now, you also do ceremonies with Blue Lily, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes called Blue Lotus, is that correct? And that
Yeah.
goes way back to stories coming out of Egypt.
Yeah. So I've actually I met Blue Lily before Cacao. She's a water lily, though many people call loosely as a lotus, but when we look at the botanical term, she's a water lily, nymphea, while lotus would be nelumbo. That's a botanical term. The blue water lily that we can get today is very different to the ancient Egyptian one. Although they are cousins, there's like over hundreds of different types of water lilies out there. And the one that we get here in Thailand, fortunately, the energy is there and the spirit is very strong. She's very yin, she's very feminine, she's very bitter. And for me, I experienced lupus flare. I have to take care of my kidney. I can't drink a lot of blue lily myself, but oddly, sometimes she's come into my dream. And when I see her in my dream, I'm like, okay, perhaps it's time to offer it to other people. So for her being very yin, very feminine, she cools down the body. She's great for relaxing the muscle. She has this chemical that's also help with people with Parkinson's disease, easing the tension in the body. Yeah. And another chemical that respond for shamanic-like experience, lucid dream-like experience. So we bring Blue Lily to kind of sharing the importance for people to connect with their dream. And the dark side of Blue Lily is that she can bring up a lot of deep fear and emotional release, which is a good thing as well.
And it will come through the dreams as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Egypt, they did refer to it as a mind-altering medicine.
With the one they used in the ancient Egypt was obviously a different flower to what we use now. But I read somewhere where they actually mixed it with a wine, which made it into a hallucinogenic in a way.
They preserve in wine for 2 weeks. And mind altering. She does alter the state from the analytical, let's say, from the beta brainwave into the deeper theta and the intuitive meditative state. And then it's just up to how you channel her energy. If you just drink and or smoke her and go to bed, she is a great sleeping medicine as well. But if you use it to a deep inner reflections of any layers that are in the way of connecting with your intuitive body and with your higher self, there can also be a journey very much like a journey of your own underworld. And cacao does that too. Cacao is a great medicine to work with the shadow. So is blue lily.
We actually mix the two sometimes in some ceremonies.
They go well together.
Yeah.
If you look into the ancient Egypt records of painting, blue lily would be coming close to their nose. Everyone would be smelling the blue lily. And if you get the dry blue water lily, her smell lasts forever. And to me, my interpretation is that her scent symbolizes the eternal state of spirit.
That eternal essence, yeah.
Yeah. And she's, interestingly, even though she's very yin and very feminine, to some time of ancient Egypt, they associated her with a male deity. Because she does rise up to the essence of Ra. And if you brew the tea, the tea isn't blue, the tea is golden like the sun.
There's someone offering Blue Lily experiences down south of us in San Diego, and what was almost like an ayahuasca, but not as strong. So I don't know what this practitioner is offering. Kind of interesting.
Well, I experienced from drinking it, you don't really hallucinate or anything on it. It's just more, you have that relaxed sensation all over your body. And then when you go to sleep, it does bring up vivid dreams. So for me, it did.
It depends to the dosage.
Yeah.
And if it is served in a tincture form, then it can be a lot stronger as well.
That's true, yeah.
So it really depends to what form and the dosage and what's in it.
And the flower itself is actually really nice. When once it's soaked in water and the tea, in the center of the flower itself, there's like a little gel substance that's actually really good for the skin as well.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can eat the flowers as well. It tastes very similar to artichoke.
Wow.
So I'm infusing jojoba oil with blue lily, and you can see that the oil is golden. I used clear jojoba oil, and the golden essence is the blue lily getting into it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's been soaking for how long now?
Almost a month.
A month.
Yeah.
And have you been using it yet?
Yeah.
If you have like a headache or something and you rub the oil on your head.
My mom said it's great for her headache and great for her tummy pain. For me, it's very interesting experience with her. Sometimes when I rubbed on my body, she triggers fear within me straight away. And I get it, having autoimmune, there's bound to be fear in my cells in my body. I love applying her on the lips. It's also great for dry skin.
Well, that might be interesting kissing too.
A trippy kiss.
You said you found Blue Lily before Cacao. When did you first decide to start doing some ceremony with it?
Oh, it was with Blue Lily way many years after. I have to say, I sat with Cacao myself shorter time than Blue Lily, and then offering to other people. Cacao is very much like, no, you got to get out from your hermit cave, go out.
Yeah.
Blue Lily took a bit of time, and I guess also it's me designing the theme and the workshop that feels approachable to people in the urban city. And it doesn't attract too much of the people that just want to get high, because we do want to attract people that just want to heal themselves.
Do their self-work.
Yeah. While sometimes when I advertise Blue Lily, I do get people asking, oh, do you smoke it with marijuana? Is it this? Is it that? I'm like, no. I really want to focus on more grounded work and for people to be able to process themselves as they come to our workshop rather than trip somewhere else.
And what we've learned as well is just because you're taking hallucinogenics and that, it's not always healing. So there are many other medicines out there that don't involve hallucinogenics or anything like that are just as good medicine.
Equally powerful.
And equally powerful.
Yeah.
And that what we learned about working with plant medicines is it's not about the hallucinations about your visions or anything like that. It's your internal dialogue and what's deep inside that you want to release, what no longer serves you is what's the important part. It's got nothing to do with your visions, really. That's what we learned in the Amazon as well.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I'm sure people will want to know, how did you two meet?
On Facebook.
We actually met on Facebook. In a psychic group. I'm originally from South Africa, but I've been living now in Thailand. This year will be 11 years. And remember when I first met her, my father was like, be careful, that Thailand's very dangerous. There's lots of lady boys and you're going to be a drug mule. He was so worried about me.
They were like, have you checked out her Adam apples? Have you seen the whole thing? Is she real? Are you sure she's not a lady boy?
They were so worried about me. And for me, I was just more excited just to get here and meet her. It was amazing.
Were you living in South Africa and you came over to meet Nalinee?
Yeah, because I was working in hospitality in South Africa, and then once we met, I was just like, I'm quitting everything and I'm moving to Thailand. So I literally quit my job, sold everything I owned, flew straight to Thailand and then completely did a career change where I went into teaching English to little kids and that, which was a really good fun for me as well. So I literally did a whole career change and country change just to be with her.
Well, no wonder your dad was a little worried.
Yeah. I was very abrupt. It all happened within 3 months.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's the way it happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But my family loves them, and it's definitely because they can see that I'm a lot happier and I'm a lot more confident in my own skin. So yeah, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference in the world. You want your child to be happy and you want your child to be loved the way you love your child. We can't be around forever, so now you're there to be there. Wonderful. Would you have any message for the collective consciousness in general? We're in some pretty difficult times right now. I mean, I know I've been shown the future. I know it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be heaven on earth someday. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there. In the meantime, do you have any messages for people?
I would like to say to the people that even though there's chaos in this world, if you go within and find peace within yourself, you won't have to worry about living in this chaos. You'll have that peace inside of you. And knowing that whatever is happening around the world is obviously happening for reasons. I mean, there's reasons why there is a polarity of good and evil. There's got to be that balance, and for people to realize that everything is changing constantly. So don't get caught up in the history and the past or caught up in the future. Focus on what's in your present life now, in the present moment, and you'll be happy. And be grateful for what you have.
Yeah. Very good. Very good, Michael. What about you now, Nalinee?
Nothing else is really boiled down to that, how much we can be in the present. And also recognize anytime we get too lost in our head, just remember that we are not the head, we're the spirit. Yeah.
I like the saying that we come into this planet with nothing, completely naked, and we're going to leave in this planet with nothing and completely naked. So there's no rush to do anything really.
You may leave naked, but you're leaving wiser.
Yes, that's true.
That made me forget my next question I was going to ask you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you do online ceremonies, online sessions? What do you offer online? Since a lot of people that are seeing this will be in the United States or not, anywhere close to Bangkok.
Yeah. First is there are a selection of channeling sessions, and it's something that I've been doing almost 10 years, and that's still running online. Either remote, meaning they get in form of recording, or they can meet me on Zoom. We do also offer online cacao, where the other side of the person, they get their own cacao with a whole space on Zoom.
And do sound.
Yeah, and I'm teaching now as well. There's few forms of teaching. I would just call it conduit workshop, but within this conduit workshop, it kind of break down to different branches of however people resonate. Sometimes they come to me for, okay, how do they hold space? Sometimes they come to me for practicing channeling, and sometimes they come to me for little cacao apprenticeship, learning more about cacao, holding space for themselves and holding space for others. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I have online.
And also, if people don't want to do the cacao and just want to experience the shamanic sound, you can do that online as well.
You do the shamanic sounds during the cacao ceremonies too. Is that a form of sound healing?
Yes, it is a form of sound healing. It's didgeridoo and native Indian flute I play as well. And then Nalinee plays drums. And our sound is more to help people go on a journey within themselves, where if they're having depression or anxiety, and it just helps them connect with themselves and to see where the root of where everything is. Well, during COVID and that, I was also doing a YouTube channel of making meditations music as well with the didgeridoo and flute and that as well. Yeah.
And what is the best website or way to contact?
My website, Soul Connections, Nalinee.com, or you can just find me on Facebook and Instagram, Nalinee Diosara. Yeah, and for Michael's handmade shaker.
Yeah, I'm on IG. It's called Shaman Companions on IG for my shakers or rattles. And Happy Macdougall is my other IG, where you'll see a lot of posts with her.
Well, I will put all of this contact information under this video. I'm so thrilled. You guys have such wonderful energy. You bring me joy. I feel so happy to share this time with you. I love you both. You just have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for your time and all your wisdom.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Love you.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.